that for me. You know what? Because I'm having a conversation here with David Goldstein. You know, he's what he likes to call the new bank. You know, if you have some things laying around the house, maybe you don't want them anymore, you think they might have some value, you could have inherited something amazing or found something hidden in your closet that's amazing, you can find out what it's worth. David Goldstein from Biltmore Loan Jewelry, as always, you've brought some fascinating things. I know you're always out on the hunt, right?
I'm always on the hunt, and after a long weekend, a lot of Labor Day people may have been cleaning their closets or their garages, that kind of thing. You know, we talk about the new bank, and it really doesn't matter what the product is. What we try to do is find value.
And by finding value, you offer either up to actually purchase the product or loan on it.
Correct. And this is a great example. I mean, this is right up my alley for those of you that watch me on a regular basis. This is from 1937. This is the Pacific Telephone and Telegraph. This is a young lady who was cleaning out her garage 2 weeks ago, and she came to us and she found this in there, and the pins were for service that her grandparents had worked for the Pacific Telephone and Telegraph Company.
These are amazing. These are the teeniest, tiniest pins I have ever seen.
But the interesting thing, Terry, is they're all gold.
Really?
Because in the 30s, this was quite inexpensive to do.
Wow. Now, all of these are some sort of a thank you to her. It was her grandfather, you said, for service. So she happened to not only save that, but she saved all of the paperwork that went along with it. And David, you always talk about authenticity and authenticating what you bring to the table.
Provenance.
Why is that important?
Provenance is everything. Keeping all the original paperwork. I mean, these are great just ephemera type oddity type pins, but what's so interesting is that when we look in these books, in 1937 they're talking about long distance and telling Mrs. Jones not to forget that on Sunday, for $1.10, she can call from Salt Lake to New York. $1.10 a minute.
Who knew, right?
And it shows from $2 to $16 a minute in 1937. We know technology's taken us a lot further than that today.
It even gives the verbiage of what to say and what not to say. This is just a classic piece,
just
this book.
Right, it was how to handle telephones as a protocol. But the interesting thing is, and it really isn't necessarily about the antiquity value of these pieces, it's really that we bring liquidity, and that if you have something interesting, we really, really want you to come in and get an expert to look at it so you can get the true value.
Now let me clarify that. Come in. You prefer, first of all, emails, right, and photos.
We'd love you to send in the information first so we can be a little prepared for you and do our research ahead of time.
Right, and you will also have people come in, but you do need to make an appointment. You don't want just anybody just popping in, right?
Correct.
Because part of this is helping people stay private.
It is the experience. When you come to our office, it is a professional environment. It is not like any place you've ever been. This is the new bank. If you have gold, silver, diamonds, jewelry, objects of art, cars, land, basically, we're the bank that says yes when all the other banks are saying no.
All right, so if you always, well, first of all, you encourage people to send in a photo, as much information as you can to info@biltmoreloan.com, but you will also, if requested, depending on the items, you will go to people's homes or their business or wherever this item may be.
If it's an entire estate, we'll take a look at the entire estate for them. But what our job is to give them expertise so you're not really selling short your valuables.
Okay, and the thing is too is that today, you know, I mean, the prices are going up and up and up, so the more information that someone can provide, the better off you can help them.
We try very hard to bring maximum value to it and explain to them the whole situation at the same time.
Yeah, and you always say, people, go out and do some research on yourself, you know, on your own.
Absolutely.
So, excellent. All right. Well, you're going to stick around because if you could get a shot of this pretty little baby right here, this is something that came to David not too long ago, and we're going to talk about what it is and what it's worth.